Welcome back. Rico Money Bags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure it's highly important that the bell notification is lit. You guys do not want to miss out. We have special guest Pojak again today, and these are the things that you don't want to miss out. If you also do not want to miss out, when I called it very early, calling projects nonstop, projects that go into the tens of the millions, projects that even go into the hundreds of millions. Go look and check the receipts of who called Michi first, and it was right there, right in front of your eyes. So we're going to be calling these hot projects nonstop, but you got to be tapped in to the Money Bags Mansion. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about ETH. Obviously, we see the prices. Everything's looking really good. The markets are kind of, bringing some light back into these markets. And we're going to make sure that we got everybody covered. I want all the communities to pull up. I want you guys to chill in the comments as hard as you guys can. It's very important that you guys know we make this algorithm work for us. I seen the Vote Army pull up first. I seen Crypto Shay already get a bag of Pojak. So I know there's a lot more people that want to hear about Pojak. So we're going to do, a little remix of yesterday and give you guys exactly what we talked about, because we want to onboard some more communities. We want to onboard some more projects as well, not just communities, but also projects that are super interested. Pojak has been getting hit up nonstop, but let's go through the motions, talk about crypto, talk about XPX, talk about the future of crypto, meme coins and all, everybody. So let's get this started. Let's start off with Bitcoin's price. We see it up at 61K. What we really look at on the channel, you guys all know that our favorite thing to look at is the overall crypto market cap, right? So it's at 2.18, everybody. So it has been picking up. So we're seeing money re-enter the market. This is exactly when it's a good time to kind of, get all your eggs in this basket, start lining up your marketing, because there's money coming in. When the money's leaving, you don't want to do that as much because it's just exiting, everybody. So right now we're seeing some good price action. We're seeing the overall crypto market, for the most part, pretty green. So the sentiment switches from sad to mad to happy so fast. It's absolutely amazing to me. But you guys know that we stay consistent over here, and I want to welcome all the new subscribers. The channel's doing absolutely amazing, and that's thanks to all the community members that have been sharing this and I see one of the Pojak community members. I got to give them a shout out, because when I see a community willing to go the extra mile and post these videos on TikTok, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about content is king. And when I tell you guys to clip this, remix this, use this however you guys can, I'm not going to copyright strike. That shows me what communities are really serious. They understand that, hey, we're on the left side of the chart of this cryptocurrency market. We have some of the biggest opportunities ever coming right around the corner. And I want you guys to stay tapped in all the way. We're seeing solid communities push this content out. We're seeing other, teams get some utility out. We're seeing the overall space evolve, because this is the perfect time right before everything takes off that we got everything set. We want to set it and forget it, everybody. So we're seeing this price action on Bitcoin. Let me get the orange line away. We're seeing some positive price action on Bitcoin, and you guys know that I'm always super transparent with you guys on this. I would still suspect maybe a little bit more consolidation. Obviously, Powell can say some stuff and kind of seem a little bit more bullish than the normal, and that can make the market pick up a little bit more, because that's just what it is, right? Everybody gets a little bit more and more bullish as Powell and some of these guys lighten up on the way that they talk. But the reason I want to be transparent with you guys is because I don't want you guys to have any surprises. I kind of suspect maybe a little bit more consolidation. We're seeing on the daily chart, the Williams percentage is creeping up to this higher, overbought section. And we're seeing that as well over here on the 4-hour chart, okay? So I wouldn't mind seeing even it come back down to 57 to give us an opportunity to get some future trades. So like that, we can make sure that we're pulling money off of CEXs into our favorite DeFi products. There's no secret. I'm telling everybody every single day inside the Money Bags Mansion that we're doing things over here to make sure that you can print. And instead of you dumping money into CEXs and them keeping it, we're pulling the money out of it. We're pulling liquidity from over there to bring it into our favorite projects, like my project XPX. That's what I've been doing nonstop. I'll DCA into my project until I see my thing into the multi-million-dollar market caps. That's just what's going to happen. And I know how to keep pulling money out of these CEXs, and I'm trying to give it away. They say the game is sold, not told, but you guys have to take the notes, okay? I'm giving it away. The Money Bags Mansion is free, but I suspect, like as we're seeing over here, because ORDI tends to follow Bitcoin, as you can see, this orange line right here is Bitcoin's price action. You can see it on the right over here, 61K, $477. But essentially, ORDI follows the price of Bitcoin quite often. It reflects what Bitcoin is doing. So somebody like me is going to wait, because I suspect that there's going to be some consolidation. What's most likely going to happen is this motion that we talk about all the time, this pump up, back down, going back up with a long position popping up over here. You see how it says short, short, short? We're most likely coming up on getting our long position, but I believe that it's going to take one more time for us to reset over here on the Williams percentage. Now, obviously, that is just speculation, everybody. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. I'm not always right. You know, I'm definitely know how to get out of a bear market, but I want you guys to also practice this and do your own research and stuff, okay? So I do want to bring up, you know, James from POJAK. Our numbers are climbing so fast. I think we have been, you know, really making these algorithms work for us. This is the, you know, the feature show of today, the feature project today. It was yesterday. We saw some fantastic price action. We got a lot of new subscribers. I want you guys, if you're listening as well, before I bring James up, give me a follow at Rico Moneybags. Very, very important that we get this channel to 10,000 followers, because this channel is working for you guys every single day. I also want to come over here and get you guys ready. This is POJAK on sold.com. I have all these official links down below, but I want to bring up James. The numbers are already looking good. I'm sure we're going to break that triple digit quite fast today and keep it pushing. What's up, Gen Token? I see everybody pulling up. What's up, everybody? And James, let's have another round of POJAK, man. I see your background has POJAK on it. You're looking good with, you know, repping the POJAK merch, basically, eventually, right? We got the background and then merch eventually. We got some special things coming. But talk to me about, you know, POJAK. And if anybody missed the show yesterday, you know, and you maybe want to drive something a little bit further, let me know about POJAK, man.
That's it. And thank you, Rico. And I'll go through again what we discussed yesterday, and I've got a few little extra things which I'm going to throw in there as well. And if anybody, whilst you're watching this, if you have any questions or you want to ask anything further, just hop into our TG. I'm on VC in there most of the time, and come have a direct conversation with me if you want me to go through anything again. More than happy to do that. So I'm going to share my screen right now.
And James, really quick, I just want to let everybody know that although we're going to go through this pitch deck, at the end of this stream, there is some alpha, okay? My eyes have seen something, okay? Now, there's going to be some stuff that we're talking about, some meetings that's going on, but it's very important that you guys watch to the end of the stream. So you guys are going to get some of the stuff that we talked about. But and you guys know that I never fluff with you guys. I'm never, you know, there's no bluffing over here. I seen it with my own eyes. So there's some stuff that you guys want to stick around to the end and make sure you guys connect the dots and read in between the lines as much as you guys can, okay? But James, go ahead and let's talk to the people.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, so for those that don't know, POJAK stands for when Pepe met Wojak, we got POJAK. He's got that $1 billion blood built into his bloodline, and it is a CTO, but it's a bit more than a normal CTO. It's a CTO driven by utility. So we're a utility meme coin. And what's our objective? We're here to bring meme coins to life. Simple as that. We want to shake up the crypto space. We want to disrupt it, and we want to arm all of the projects with a new immersive, interactive way to lead in the content. Because, you know, I'm going to step into this a little bit later, but we're about to go into a bit of a content run. You know, it's going to be driven by memes, and content is going to come out king on that. So anybody who's pushing forward with content right now in the space, those are the projects that are going to be looking bullish, and those are going to be able to leverage this massive influx of traffic that we're going to see. We're going to see a massive onboarding event into crypto through this cycle, and the forum that's going to onboard these projects will be content. So you've got to stand out with your content. You've got to put that foot forward as a project and be there first. And the way that we're seeing the market do that right now is mainly with animated content. But what we're doing is we're taking it that little step further. We're making a support package around projects that want to do this, and we're enabling them to bring their meme coins to life. So just going through this, and this is available as well. If anybody wants to check this in more detail, just go to Linktree/POJAK on Sol. You can see the page here. We've got all of our links, pitch deck. If you want to buy some POJAK as well, you can do that directly on Radium. We've got the chart, our X, Telegram, the website, and of course, Memeflix. But as we get started, I told you the story about it yesterday, which was I was an original investor in the project from Pump Fun. When I went into Pump Fun, I was told about the project, and I was actually in the launch group for it because I knew the two developers behind it from two of the projects. As I got into the project, it hit Radium. Everything was going really well. They went up to $250,000 on the first day. But unfortunately, like most developers, they cheated out the project, and they left the community in the dust, and they left, more importantly, POJAK in the dust. And when I sat there in the TG after looking home and looking at my wallet and thinking, for God's sake, it's happened again, I sat there, I thought, do you know what, like, I can see a lot of activity, passion, and energy within this TG group and this community, and the meme power itself is so strong. So I got in contact with Walter and Kid from the Walter DeFi show, and I hit them up. I was like, "Yo, can we come on the show tonight?" We went on the show at $8,000 market cap, and I sat on there a bit like a social experiment. And I said, "Look, I'm about to run a CTO. Does anybody here want to cook with me? Who wants to come on the team?" And afterwards, I floated around a couple of different projects, and I went and tried to start assembling that Avenger team that you need in a token like this. And I did it one person by person, and we started pulling together a whale group, some other projects that were going to support us. Fast forward 14 days later, and we're sitting there with 1,100 holders, a 10-person team, a 30-person whale group, and a $2.5 million market cap. But that wasn't it. We're also sitting there with what I think is going to be one of the most impactful utilities as we go into this next cycle, which is the ability to bring meme coins to life. And this is when we started investing into our utility. We started developing, we started mapping out the project management, the resources that we need, and we started building. As you say, Rico, is what you build and they will come, and that's exactly what we started doing. So we really started delving into the power of memes and animated storytelling. And in crypto, we're always buying a narrative. We want the meta. We want the next trend, and we love memes. But memes traditionally in the past have been no more than a GIF the majority of the time. Sometimes it might even be as simple as just a picture with some writing over the top. The depth of that storytelling there that we can tap into is very limited. And a lot of it is left to just the storytelling that you come up with in your own mind. And what we've been able to do is to enhance this animation trend by enabling people to really delve into that and take that further. And the way that we've done that is through the introduction of memeflix.com. Memeflix.com is the Netflix of crypto. Forget Netflix and chill. It's all about memeflix and chill. On the platform, we've used a very intuitive, recognized, and proven UI, which is the user interface. And this is to make it feel familiar for people. So when you land on Memeflix, you know how to use it. You can navigate around there with your eyes closed. And what we've got is here, if I show you, can you see my Memeflix screen?
Yes, I can. Something I want to say really quick as well as what you said right there. James, you're good at coming up with these slogans. Instead of Netflix and chill, Memeflix and chill, sheesh. Oh, what else you got? That's a good one. That's a hashtag for you guys. I mean, that's exactly what we want, because even the hashtag, even the phrase is going to be familiar to them. So, they know what's going to happen with Memeflix and chill. I just love all these little juicy little gems about it. I really do. But yeah, we can see the screen, man. We got 115 people listening. The numbers are climbing fast, so we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and they love what they're hearing, brother.
Appreciate that. So yeah, we've got the Memeflix and chill home here. On Memeflix, you recognize this as the whole Memeflix UI. The way to discover and find content is very familiar to us. We can go on here, we can look at the latest videos, we can look at the top 10 projects, the popular ones, and then we can scroll across the carousels of each individual project. But if I go onto one of our projects here as an example, onto Retardio, we can see it's a little bit more than just a place to upload your content. It becomes your home, because we're always sending links to people, and people get so sketched out by links in crypto as well. They're like, oh, don't click that link, but click this link. We kind of created like a utility here which makes it the link tree of crypto. So link tree, you get your own links. It's fantastic. It's a place to consolidate everything, but we can't really market on there. We can just signpost people to different links. What we can do here is, if you're a project, you have your profile, you've got your content on here so people can get to see the story, the depth, the narrative of your project. But then we can also signpost them to your X, your Telegram, your debt screener. They can copy your CA, and then they can also buy your token directly on the platform. And this is stage one of the platform. This is our beta version. It's constantly growing, and I've got, I've shown you, Rico, a little sneak peek at, the next version of this that we've got coming out. And there's a lot of added utility that we're going to be coming out with. So what we've done by adding the buy now functionality is we created this intersection. So we've put the center of our purchasing behavior with that entertainment behavior. And when we do this, we create a marketplace. And that's exactly what MeInflix is. It's not just a place to upload videos, create, build markets and tokens. So you can go on there, you can purchase, you can check out content, you can go on their links. And by doing this, we are connecting the dots on the back end with the data. Now, the data is a really key aspect of this. I'm going to talk about that in a bit more detail shortly, but the data is what we're always looking for so that we can optimize what we're doing. If we look at what we're doing on X, the data that we can see is very limited. We can only ever see things like, oh, the amount of comments on there, likes, retweets, the saves that we have. I mean, how are we meant to interpret that data to actually get something informative about it that we can use to inform our strategies going forward so that we can go, right, that worked, that didn't. You know, it's kind of like playing darts blindfolded. So we're able to inform projects of the data that matters. And for the users, the end users, the people who are the community members, we're able to personalize what they see based on what they like. And we can determine this by their interaction onto the platform. We can determine whether they like a token, how many times they need to see a piece of content before they hit that buy button. And these are all really crucial pieces of data for us to collect. In the short term, yeah, this data is not going to be that implementable. But over the long term, as we scale up, we're going to be creating a bit of a gigabrain in the background that we can use to deploy personalized, tailored experiences and informative insights to our projects on how to improve their content and how to better interact with their communities. So that's just a short little example. And then just to show you.
Yeah, just really quick. I just want to show everybody because I just want to tell everybody, even like this Super S one that you have on here is one that I've seen before, and I never got to. And I'm being honest, and I love that S because I think almost every kid has drawn that S to some kind of form when you're a kid, right? And I've heard them always talk about their content, and they posted some stuff on X, but even just using it right now while you're talking and just seeing the actual content, because I know they have one of like an artist that's basically that help animate other things before in the past. So they have a really professional person that's helping with their animation, which as you can tell, it looks like almost Cartoon Network stuff quality. It's got the lady where you just see the legs, his eyes are popping out. It's like I never got to see their content, and it's like right now it's like, okay, now I really get to see the value that they're bringing. And this is one of the things that I like about POJAK, honestly, is that the tribalistic mind is honestly gone. And, I'm even being able to see like the project that I like, the Super S guys, just because I resonate with, that's a meme in itself. That's one of the original ones. I used to draw that S myself, and, I've seen them around and never seen their actual content. But now this is going to be just even right now how easy it is for me to use it and actually get to watch their content on what they have, and it being stuff that I like to know about, these memes, these meme coins. It's pretty bullish, bro, because I've heard them talk about how great it was and everything, but now you're actually giving these people the resources. This is bigger than just POJAK. And I think when you make something bigger than just one thing, it really goes to the next level. It goes into this, breaking the stratosphere idea. And yeah, man, didn't mean to cut you off right there, but that was, I've been hearing them talk about it for a while, and right now live, I'm basically getting to use the utility that POJAK is bringing to the table and content that I, maybe I got too busy and we were inside of a space, and that's the thing that's going on. Like, and I love spaces and stuff, but right now, the power of actually showcasing the money that they put into this animation, the money that they put into the work to get this stuff done, is actually next level. I'm really enjoying this, bro.
It really is. And, just to come back to, the point that you made there about Super S, yeah, they've got animators from Nickelodeon. We're starting to see these. Yeah, we're starting to see creatives from a, best in class example, Nickelodeon, like one of the biggest animated media outlets, coming into crypto. Like, for those listening right now, if that doesn't give you a bit of it to happen in the market, if we've got the people who are at the top of their game in the world of creating animated content in platforms like Nickelodeon, who are now coming into crypto, creating animated content, like the skill sets that are coming into this space is insane. The level of creativity is going to be on the same trajectory as the market as we go through this next cycle. So, we're really in for a retreat on the content that we're about to get, and we are really about to see us go into a content run. You know, it's going to be a meme run, but it's going to be led by content, and content will be king throughout. So projects who are putting that foot forward now, they're understanding the process, they're really mastering the craft of it, are those projects that when it comes to the time that matters, they're going to be lucky with content. They've gone through all their learnings in how to do it, how to optimize it, and they'll be ready to start whacking it out straight away. And it's those projects who I think, you know, people, those smart investors out there should be looking to put into. And, you know, just bringing that back to POJAK. POJAK is the infrastructure of all of this. You know, I heard a great saying, which is, you know, it's during the gold rush, it wasn't the gold diggers that made money, it was the people that sold the spades.
The pickaxes.
And
yeah,
exactly. And that's exactly what POJAK is. POJAK is the infrastructure for this content and the toolkits that they're using. So when you go on to watch a piece of content, similar again, you can flow down and watch different pieces of content. Pieces of content don't just have to be like funny animated videos. They can be informative. They can be educational. They can be updates based on your roadmap. They could be partnership announcements. They could even be TV content, like, you know, dropping a hint there at some of the stuff that we've got coming on. Again, like Rico, that I give you a sneak peek of, which is we're soon about to expand the content mix, which means the type and form of content you see on the platform, to a variety of other different categories, which is only going to expand our exposure level and our reach much further for the platform. So as we sort of go through this and just come back to here, that's Memeflix, which really will revolutionize the content creation in the space. I'm going to talk a little bit more about, you know, content in the space a little bit later, but since the launch of Memeflix, which was about sort of 2 weeks ago, something like that, we've been averaging 5,000 hits per day. On the day that we launched, we tested the site and we got it to scale up to beyond a 300% increase in the traffic levels that it was expecting. So our servers were ready to go from here to here. The website went down 4 hours later because we exceeded that capacity. So, you know, I woke up in the morning with everybody like in uproar, like, oh my God, it's down. And we had to scale up our servers to go in and take, we've now scaled them up so they can auto scale. So, but it just goes to show you, like, the amount of hits that we had straight away on the platform was incredible. Our X got rugged consistently because we had over 1,000 people trying to join on the product launch for Memeflix. And yesterday we onboarded, I think, around about 20 or 30 new projects. Yeah,
that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. Yeah, nice. Yeah, go ahead, bro. That's what's up.
So big shout out to, you know, yourself and everybody else supporting us on there. But what next, right? That's where it goes. They go, cool, done. What next? Well, here's what's next. We're doing our mobile apps, our different devices, different platforms next. We're getting the scalability, the reliability, and the robustness in the platform next. So this includes our mobile app on iOS and Android. There's a little surprise in there. There's an Easter egg in what I just said.
Yes,
and then we go now. Yes, there is. And then we're going out into our smart TV applications. So this is going to allow people to kick back with the family and take you doing crypto from, you know, being in your room, see trading crypto coins so the wife doesn't see, to all of a sudden being able to get involved in it and tell them, like, hey, look, cool. And you can then start onboarding your own family and you can watch it on the big screen. And that's going to be on Roku TV, Apple TV, Samsung Smart, Fire TV. And then, of course, the younger generation will also go in onto Xbox application as well. So we're really excited for this expansion. The expansion on the technology is quite a feat to take. So, like, you know, we're not about to go into an 18-month development cycle. We've just gone ahead and partnered with the biggest tech provider in the world who do this and who are proven to do this at a level of stability, which is unfathomable with the current tech conditions that we see on X Spaces and TG. You know, if we look at the stability of X Spaces, well, Elon Musk got rugged on his own space. Let's look at it on Telegram. I got kicked out of Telegram about 4 times yesterday. So did other people. These services are overloaded. They have scaled up as they've built their infrastructure, but they weren't expecting and they're not ready for the increase of demand that they have on their services. And the problem with platforms like that is when they build from the beginning without expecting this level of traffic, they've unfortunately, like, this is what happened when Elon took Twitter over. He did a full code analysis on the platform and went, we need to rebuild this. We need to start from scratch because, you know, it's just constantly gone round, like putting plasters on here, patching up that hole there, and it's not ready for the level of traffic it's about to receive. And unfortunately, in the meantime, you've had other market players like our tech partner who have gone there, raised over 500 million, and they've built a tech platform which can sustain up to 88 million people streaming into one service at the same time. And they've proven it. They've done this with several streams already, and they've got the world record for the largest stream. So we've actually got a secured partnership with these partners, and we're going to be able to offer this level of stability for streaming to the massive tokens. So now when we go to talk to billion-dollar tokens, we're able to offer them a service that they can count on, a service that they can rely on, and something that they can really invest into, because it is so annoying when you go out there and you prepare great big content, you do a week's worth of promo to get people there, you start it up, and Twitter just rugs you instantly. It's a massive problem, and it needs fixing. I don't think they can fix it. We'll see, but I don't think they can. They need to rebuild Twitter. So if we're talking about tech, let's just sort of like drill down into that a little bit further. We've got full tech stack features in there for any techies out there who know what transcoding means. Transcoding is where, when you've got a large video file, rather than sending that in one big chunk to the server, you slice and dice it up into little pieces, and you start sending each little piece on its own. If one doesn't make it there, that's fine. You send it straight back. And this allows you to send them all at the same time. So you've got really fast uploads for large pieces of content. We've then got a CDN, a content delivery network. This ensures no matter where you are in the world, you're going to receive content at the exact same time. When you're doing live streams, there's something called latency. Latency is in the delay that you get from me talking right now to it going to the server, to it then go into your server, to it then go into your device and you hearing it. That whole little process there is called the latency. And if you've got a large level of latency in there, you're dropping some alpha and people are trading on that, that can cost you a lot of money. So we've got fractional latency with this service. We're also supporting fiat to crypto on ramps. So on Memeflix, we're going to be onboarding people into crypto by allowing them to pay with their bank card. We're going to also be onboarding them onto the blockchain by allowing them to set up a crypto wallet with an email address. That means your grandma, your non-techie bro or somebody like that is going to be able to play in crypto. They're going to be able to see an accessible, understandable piece of content like a meme. They're going to be able to go on there with their bank card or Apple Pay, buy it, and then they're not going to have to worry about seed phrases, backup codes, and all this stuff, because it's going to be associated to their email address. And they're going to have full control over these assets as well. It's not like, oh, you've locked it up and it's gone away. And then we're also implementing end-to-end customer support. So we're going to have 7-day-a-week, 24/7 chat manned by humans for this process, so that when there is large events going off, if anybody gets any issues, it's going to be resolved quickly. Then we've got our analytics. I'm going to talk about the analytics a little bit further, but the analytics is a granular level of insights which makes data actionable. Okay, when you get data and you can't understand it, it's useless to you. What you need to be able to do is you need to get the data, you need to be able to understand what it's suggesting to you, what it's telling you, and then you need to be able to get, right, okay, because that has told me this, I need to do that. So you need to generate actionable insights from the data you collect. Otherwise, what's the point in collecting it? That's what we're going to do for the users, because we understand that our projects don't have time to be sitting there using algorithms to assess data and form judgments and opinions. We're going to be able to put that on a plate in front of them. We're going to be omni-channel. We're going to be on all the apps that I told you about. And then we're also going to support adaptive streaming. Adaptive streaming means that, if I'm streaming on my laptop, I can cast it to my TV. I can use Chromecast, AirPlay, and all of those other devices to, again, really allow you to take this platform anywhere and everywhere. Now, again, a bit more, I won't go into detail, but yeah, we're going to support full HD content. So if there's projects out there that want to start creating real life content and they're going to start getting production crews in and stuff, we can really go to town in delivering the highest level of quality of content. So whether you're on your mobile phone or whether you're being streamed to a 200-inch massive TV above a venue, we're going to be able to broadcast that in HDR, 4K, 1080p, whatever is required. And what we also do is, when the network quality is low, we scale that quality down so that you can still view the content. We also have our rewatch streams. This means every stream, once it's generated, automatically turns into a playbackable video, so you can go back and watch it. And then we've got built-in audience engagement, a little Easter egg here. We all see on TikTok how much people like to interact with content on live streams and send GIFs. That's your Easter egg. Mm-hmm. So moving on to the robust security, right? We're going to have some really big projects. We're having some conversations with some insane projects right now. They need to have security. So we've got granular level access security. This allows them to lock off roles between their team members. You can't have somebody go rogue and take down your profile. We've got anti. So if you're dropping some hardcore alpha and you don't want somebody lifting up your key and restreaming it elsewhere, we can lock that down for you. We can lock down the locations that can watch your content. We can IP track and block any bad actors. And then most importantly, as I discussed before, we can ensure the stability of your stream by having a concurrent backup stream. Elon Musk had a backup stream active when his stream went down. It wouldn't have gone down. It would have kicked into the backup stream, which automatically triggers another backup stream to generate. And it's that continuous rolling continuity of stream, which is
absolutely amazing. No, it's absolutely amazing, brother. And I just want to let everybody know the channel's moving up right now. We got 212 people listening live right now. And I just want to reset before we go into this next section really quick. If you guys have not just yet, I'm going to post the link to their link tree in the chat, okay? And it's going to have all their official links, so you don't have to go anywhere, where you guys can find their pitch deck that we're looking at right now, where you can buy it off of Radium right now. This is an entry of a lifetime right now, because after yesterday's stream, you heard what he said. Over 20 projects have contacted them, okay? Do not think that some of these people are not going to spill in over into the chart, everybody. It's when you provide this type of value to not just your community, not just to your project, but to another project, let alone another community where they can use your resources, people are going to want to, tap in with you. They want to work with each other, right? So I just posted a link to their link tree. I'm going to show it really quick, just so if you guys are listening right there, that's the link tree right there. Okay. Linktree.ee, POJAK on Soul, man. This is the one that you guys want to tap into. But let's go ahead and continue for everybody. I just wanted to reset it really quick because, the stream's taking off. People have been really liking what we're bringing to the table, and I think it's helping, like what we're going to talk about at the end. This content is king, right? Because we can talk about this all day in a VC, but when you actually give people something to look at and actually give them some substance, it goes a little bit further. And that's why we're seeing that this content is king. We're seeing all these, I've seen personally, the ones that all the projects that I said that they need to tap in with you guys, is that they've been creating their own YouTube channels, and they're growing their YouTube channels with some amazing content on there. So there is something there that is keeping people engaged. And that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. And what's nice about all these projects that, if you're a project out there and you want to be a part of this, meme flicks and shill everybody. I mean, how sexy is that, everybody, right? What's nice is what he's about to talk about right now is his valuable data collection, everybody. And this shows you the professionalism, the back end that's being taken care of, where you guys are going to be able to see what's going on and why meme flicks is so important, right? You're going to see this graph right away. So let's talk about this valuable data collection, James, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've been saying content is king. Well, data is queen, right? And
there we go.
yeah. Pull them out, right? And content is what generates is the data, but what matters is not what data you collect, but how you use the data. That is the differentiator. That's what turns you from just having a bunch of useless statistics into having some actionable insights that you can make a difference with. So the data collection that we do in the background is driven by deep data insights and analytics. And then it's transformed into actionable insights. It actually tells you, okay, we've got this data, but this is what it means. And, you can see in here, we've got a little section on that data screen called milestones. We're able to set certain data milestones, and we can see when these are achieved. We can use these to benchmark the performance of certain pieces of content that we do. And then we can start aligning that benchmark was hit because we did that. So we need to do this and we need to not do that. And this is all building up with the data that you need to optimize constantly. And if you're constantly collecting data, using it and optimizing, you're only going to incrementally get better. So the advanced analytics we do is exportable data. It's all data compliant. It's all anonymized as well. So nobody's data privacy is being invaded here, but it allows us to deliver a personalized experience to the users, and it allows us to deliver actionable insights to the projects. These can be done via custom reports, custom dashboards, and it allows us to also collect that valuable purchase data, which can connect the dots between we did this and somebody bought that, we should do that again, which is invaluable when we're going into the bull run and you're a big project or small. You need to know what's working and what's not. Now, all of this is, quite insane for a CTO, right? But we're no longer just a CTO. We're now effectively a business, okay? We're operating with a tested, proven, and profitable team. We're doing a capital raise in the background for the business, which is going to allow us to really propel and drive this forward. And as we do that, and as the platform gets more adoption, and as we grow in the market, you can just see how the chart is going to grow. There's a reason why all the slides are candlestick green. And, if we see that as a little Easter egg into the future there, the team that we've got here as well is also an absolute dream team. They're experienced in building high profile crypto companies. They've been on the leadership team, the top boards of these companies. They've got a wealth of experience, vast knowledge, and strong connections and relationships with exchanges, with blockchains, with different projects. We are bringing together this strong heritage of reputation between projects, supporters, whales, and finance to put us in a unique position to help us drive this forward and rapidly grow Memeflix and POJAK. Now, I've talked a lot about streaming, and I'm going to talk about that at the end as well, and where I see the content trends going forwards in this next cycle. But we've developed our second product, which is an add-on to Memeflix. Memeflix will soon be supporting live streamed content, but we don't want to see some sweaty developer in a basement sitting there talking to his camera, right? We want to see the meme coin, okay? That's what we bought, that's what we like, and we want to be able to talk to it. We want to be able to be immersive. We want to escape in it, and that's exactly what we can do with our real-time animation filter. The real-time animation filter allows us to deploy our meme. We can deploy the meme into TG, X, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Snapchat, Kick, all these different platforms, either one or all at the same time. And with the filter, it can go out there and it can create this new immersive, entertaining content. The content can also help us bridge this confusing world of black smoke and dark magic of crypto into the simple, understandable terms for the mainstream audience to be able to buy into your token and come on board. And here's a quick sort of sneak preview that you see. Here I am here with my facial tracking. You can see that working, and this is the animation filter working in real time right now. I'm going to throw my arms up as well. You can see how that works too. And this is the product that I think is going to really allow us to go mainstream and mass market. This also enables us to cut that cost timeline of creating an animation. Creating animations is fantastic, but it takes a lot of time. It's costly, and it's difficult to do. You've got to be like a creative powerhouse to do it. You've got to have a writer who's going to write the script. You've got to have an artist create you these layered drawings of your project, and then you've got to have an animator who's going to rig it, and then you've got to have a promoter who's going to promote it. What we can do with this now is we can throw all that out the window, and we can say, right, deploy your filter. Let's create some off-the-cuff cool content, and let's see what people's reactions are to it. If people like that and they thought that was funny, great. Let's screen grab that part and put that on social media. Let's try and get that in the viral loop because we had a great reaction to it when we went live. So again, this all falls back to content is king, data is queen. We can actually collect manual data just by doing those little A/B tests in live streams and test what content sticks. And this is going to be valuable for projects as they start expanding, because I'm going to talk about this in a little bit later, but we're going to see this written content place that we're in right now of X and one-way conversations that are boring as hell when all we can do is throw a fist up in the air on an X space or throw a thumbs up, right? Which is, come on, we're in 2024 for God's sake, and that's all we can do on a Twitter space. It's not moving with the times. So what we're able to do is to allow people to interact and engage on a whole new level, which creates this new depth of communication and way for you to interact with your audience. So that's, again, just a recap of the filter that you can see. And believe it or not, we are only 5 weeks old right now. We've got over 1,100 holders, over 1,300 followers, over 2,600 Telegram members, and we're hitting consistently over 5,000 hits per day on Memeflix. And had a penny spent on promotion for Memeflix. We don't run ads. We haven't paid anybody for it either. Literally, that is just all organic, and it's all traffic driven by the projects. So if I just go into here, what you can see is what I discussed yesterday, which is the viral content flywheel. This is what's under the hood of the content. So it's a proven process, which looks really simple, but it's taken a lot to figure this out. And it's a perpetually flying system, because once we get the ball rolling with it, it snowballs and it starts moving on its own. So people upload and create content onto the platform. They announce the upload to their community. They might do a space. They might share it with their community groups. And then once they've uploaded it, other projects are doing that same thing, that same part of the section there. We're now generating cross-project traffic, because you're going onto the platform to look at your project's piece of content, and then you're going afterwards going, oh, cool, that looks funny. Let me have a look at that. Then you're viewing other people's content. So once we get people participating in that way, we generate everybody traffic. Then you deploy your animation filter into your spaces, into your TG, onto your concurrent live streams, and you start generating those highlight clips, the stuff that people reacted to, the stuff that people thought was awesome and funny. You then share that up on social media, linking them back to your profile on Memeflix. If one of those pieces of content get in the viral loop, that's what then gives you your insane level of exposure. Let's look at the case study, Doug the Duck, one video, 12 seconds long, 1.5 million views, massive explosion in exposure. That gives you that increased visibility. As you continue to go around, you might get in the viral loop, you might not. But if one of the projects on there does, they create that explosion of traffic, which again comes back to here, cross-project traffic. Fit from that as well. We turn that PvP arena, that project versus project arena, that person versus person arena, into a PHP arena, a project helps project. This ecosystem is not just about you creating content for yourself. It's about you creating content for crypto, you creating content for memes, and working as a collective to drive this market forwards into this bull run. And that's what we support here on POJAK, which is everybody coming together, working together, and eating together. We keep saying this, right? Content is the catalyst that everybody's looking for in crypto. The reason why I have this at the core of the strategy is because we all want 1000x. Well, what consistently gets to 1000x? What consistently gets to 1000x is viral content. Viral content we see every single day do a 1000x on the metrics of that content. And what happens? That then exposure drops off into conversion. And the conversion means you hit the target that you want to hit, whether that be a new Telegram member, a new follower, a new holder, another buy. And here we're able to keep that constantly rolling flow of catalysts, which is the viral content. We see a lot of projects that will run up, but they don't have that catalyst to keep them running up. So they'll run up and they'll run back down, because they can't sit there with a repeatable model like this to keep sending stuff out. And that's exactly what we do. We've got the platform. Cool. Now I've got somewhere to create content. We've got the filter. Great. Now I've got something to create content with. We've now got the full picture. I can create content. I can upload it. Create content, upload it, share it. Now I'm in that content flywheel. I keep doing it, and eventually it's going to work the way that it works. And that's why content is king. We're about to go into this new cycle. The whole market is going from being transactional to being emotional. People want to see more than just a roadmap now. They want to see meme coin talk. Like, you know, the demands are getting real. And the creative process of that as well is so fun. You get to sit there as a project and work out, okay, what does my meme coin talk like? You know, is it a boy or a girl? What do they like? What's their personality? You know, what are their mannerisms? And you really get to build this new depth of character, which we haven't seen before. Right now, we are preparing for expansion. Rico, I gave you a full-on little preview of this, didn't I?
Oh, yes. I mean, the expansion is definitely there, man. It's definitely, you know, I want to talk about this content is king thing. This is something that everybody will be using. There was actually a lot of little clues and stuff for you guys all through this. Okay, just think about how content's being produced lately. Think about how things are being moved around, and we want to be a part of that, right? Why wouldn't we want to tap into, you know, the trend? Remember, we even say it on the chart, the trend is your friend. And right now the trend is content is king. Everybody, you see me right now, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on X, on POJAK's X, and also on Kick. So, you know, when you get like-minded individual together, and we know that content is king, and we're going to tap into this in any way or form possible, everybody, pay attention, then that's exactly what we got to do. Now, you guys know that I like to talk cryptic. There was some stuff there. If you guys caught it, you caught it. But definitely, I know they got a meeting later on. We can kind of talk about that. You know, we're gonna keep the alpha tied up just a little bit, but just know that it's being handled in all different types and shapes and forms, everybody. And that's important, that we're seeing where things can evolve to, and we're going to keep pushing these, this expansion, right? This expansion all over. And you guys can see that right there with the smart TVs, with the Xbox, being able to do it on iOS and Android, and tapping in all different shapes and forms. But we have this cross-pollination, because again, what's special about this is that it's not just for POJAK, it's for everybody. So we're bringing in all this utility for people to actually use, and this utility makes sense for a meme coin. Like, a lot of times some of them are reaching for stuff that doesn't even make sense. This actually makes sense, because I'm telling you, before meme flicks and chill was a thing, because it is going to be a thing. I can tell it's going to be a thing for sure. There was already this wave of that I noticed these communities and projects making YouTube channels, and tagging me in this content, telling me to go check out their YouTube channel, making a video of me inside the video, right? And then I'm in the video that they made with my face over it, and I'm started to notice this where I didn't notice this before. This was not a thing before, and I was like, dude, something's happening right here. But you know what? Memeflix didn't even pass my idea. However, this thing just, you caught this inception of making this happen. It's exactly at a perfect time, everybody. This is the time that you want to be a part of something like this, because before it actually didn't make sense. Right now, this makes perfect sense. This will not only give POJAK a lot of utility and the community something to hold on to, but this is going to be making a lot of other communities relevant to what's going on right now. And that's going to be all coming back to POJAK, everybody. Over 20 projects hit them up yesterday. What does that tell you? How many of those community members from those projects are going to spill over into the actual project who created the meme flicks and chill? I mean, easily. I already got a bag, because I already know there's going to be a nonstop onboarding of projects, because I've been seeing this wave happen with, the OG Brett, with, the Fofar. I've been seeing it happen nonstop. So of course, even the Bird Dog. I see you got Bird Dog up here. I'm rocking hard with this Bird Dog right here. And what's going to happen is some of these guys are going to want to get more of this POJAK. It's easy math, everybody. It's easy math.
It really is. And so again, there's a few tips on this side, but we're preparing for expansion, and we are scaling to global audiences. The next wave of growth that we've got on the token is going to send it on a projectile run. Because we're no longer just going to be this product in beta that's getting its initial market feedback, testing its market fit, but we're going to be massively scaling in terms of projects on board, stability of tech, and the platforms that we're accessible on. And that's when you can expect to see that viral growth, aka that 1000x. And this is the early adoption people who are brave enough to get into early adoption, regardless of outside of POJAK. In anything, you see that those risk takers are the ones that get rewarded the highest. And that's the take home message from this slide right now, which is get involved with this right now. Join POJAK whilst it's in its early adoption stage, because it's not going to be here for long. And as soon as we start running, and as soon as we start expanding, we're going to see like this parabolic growth. We're going to be growing every day with projects, KOLs, and the devices that we're installed on. People are going to be getting the word out there about our platform, and we're going to be onboarding new users into crypto, new spenders, and it's about those come on first. And those communities that want to be, getting the alpha and all of these, you can watch what projects are coming onto this platform, and you can see who are these first movers. Who are these projects that have actually, they've got the courage to go out there and break them, do something. And that's what you're going to see on the roster of. So with all this vision, how are we going to have fun along the way? Because, we're building a massive ecosystem here, but where's the fun part? Well, this is where we introduce the roadmap to you. This is where we reward you for supporting us, for backing us, for joining us and participating with us. There's lots of incentives in here. There's lots of fun stuff to do, including we're going to be doing billboards for POJAK. We're going to be doing communication campaigns on the tube systems, on the radio. But if you want to get involved yourself and you want to actually be a further part of this, other than just being a community member, a holder, or a supporter, come meet us and join the journey with us. Literally, we're going on a European tour. We're taking this van that you can see from the background. We're currently going and viewing vans right now. We're getting a VW van, same one that we see in the boys club. We're kitting out the inside in a Pimp My POJAK, kind of like Pimp My Ride spin-off. And we're going to be putting a studio in there that's going to serve as an IRL podcast. And as we go around Europe to all these cities, we're going to be meeting up with holders, meeting up with projects, meeting up with KOLs, and meeting up with general members of the public. And we're going to be opening the door to crypto, to meme coins, to POJAK with them along the way. We're going to invite everybody to join us, come ride with us, come on this journey with us. And as we go to these different cities, we're going to be doing a lot of education on crypto and memes. We're going to be taking a great big stand, which is going to be set up in each city in the city centers. This is going to have a huge TV screen with a camera at the top. This is going to be hooked up to our real-time animation filter, and people are going to get to speak to a meme coin and ask them questions, or they're going to be able to become one themselves. And we're partnering with several projects that are going to come along with us. We've got a great big roster of KOLs that are going to ride with us in a convoy, and then we're meeting up with other mainstream influencers who are going to get us exposure on the mainstream platforms by riding with us as well and teaching their communities about crypto, about meme coins, and about POJAK. On top of this, we've got loads of other activations involved. We're doing an activation in Australia. We're doing an activation in Silicon Valley. We're doing an activation in Las Vegas, in London. And we've got lots of prizes to be won along the way. We've got a yacht party happening in Miami with a world famous DJ. Any POJAK holder is going to be able to come to this. We're giving away 10,000 worth of Solana. We're giving the community 30,000 to spend on any marketing initiative they want. We're listing a tier 1 exchange. We're also giving away a fully insured candlestick green Lamborghini to one lucky POJAK holder. This is going to be insured, all of yours, and we're going to give a POJAK private license plate on top of it as well. You get to live and own that dream lifestyle that everybody's saying, when Lambo, when Lambo. We'll buy POJAK, and that's when Lambo. On top of this, throughout this whole journey we go on, we're taking a reality TV production crew with us. We're going to be performing, collecting all of the content and documenting it along the way. You're going to see this coming out on Memeflix, and you're going to see this coming out on your mainstream social channels. But there's going to be a TV production crew that's recording the whole thing on the entire journey. And this is going to be going out as a massive distribution deal across a major network, and it's going to be aired. Then it's going to go directly onto Memeflix, and then we're going to begin a whole new segment of Memeflix, which is going to tap into the IRL TV content of Memeflix, the long-form content that we can sit there with a beer and a curry at night and watch and have a great, fun mainstream way to onboard these people into crypto. We're also going to be doing TV campaigns. We're going to 4 major capitals in the world. We're also doing some boring stuff, like we're injecting liquidity into the token. We're going to do the conference circuit. We're going to go to major conferences. And then once we reach that $100 million market cap, we're taking a yacht. We've already signed a yacht partnership deal with a yacht charter company. We're taking a yacht around the Balearic Islands, and we're a piece of reality TV of where we're going to be getting some of the top KOLs in the space on a yacht for 1 week, and you're going to get to be at the wall and watch exactly what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're talking about. It's going to be the biggest concentration of alpha seen in the space, because you're going to be able to see, what are these guys thinking? What are they talking about? You don't get to see that. That's we don't understand what KOL text another KOL before they tell them to buy. We're going to get to see that, and we're going to kick off that next trend. We're already looking at the next meta, which is real-time animation filter. The meta beyond that is reality TV, which is going to come into crypto. And as soon as that happens, and your networks like Amazon, Netflix, and all these other people start picking that content up, explode market and memes is going to have, it's going to be crazy. And these people are going to go, well, okay, I like it. How do I get involved with it? Welcome Memeflix. You download Memeflix, you sign up with your email, you buy with Apple Pay, and done. It's as simple as that. And that is the kind of level of growth that you can expect when you invest into POJAK, when you join the community, when you support us, because that is where we're going. This is the roadmap. And once we reach $100 million market cap, we'll give you the roadmap for us to go to $1 billion. Now, all that sounds like a lot. And it's like, well, what history have you got of achieving that? Well, we've already hit a $1 million and a $2 million market cap goal. We've already done all the deliverables we needed to get to there. We've got team members who have built $1 billion businesses and tokens involved and supporting us. This is not our first rodeo. So we know what we're doing here. And what we're also doing is we're recruiting whales, We're recruiting non-crypto investors because we're bridging that gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. And we're getting VCs, we're getting family offices, we're getting high net worths to start investing into POJAK, which is, again, if you want to start front running these guys and you want to get a bit of alpha for you there. And then we're also getting projects on board. We onboarded 20 projects yesterday. We're growing exponentially on all these numbers here that we're doing every single day. So please join the POJAK movement. Get in our TG, follow our X, check the chart out, get yourself a small bag, watch it grow, DCA in. And if anybody's got any more questions that they want to ask me, and if they want me to go through the filter with them, show them again, show them the link again, just let me know. I'm in the TG all the time. You can get in contact with me. If you're a project and you want to get on board, do the same thing. Come hit us up there, and we'll happily welcome you onto POJAK. Now, that's everything that I want to show you there. But what I want to sort of like take you through next is the place that I see where content is going, right? And just imagine a platform that doesn't just broadcast messages, but one that builds communities. And that is what POJAK is. We're building the Netflix of crypto, the forefront of a new era in the market right now, where live streaming, video first content, real-time engagement are not just going to be add-ons, but they're going to be at the core of how crypto operates. And the people who don't get their head around this early and adopt it will be left behind. Twitter is a mainly text-based social media. We're in 2024. Why the hell are we texting? We need to get with it. We're seeing platforms like TikTok, all these video content platforms racing forwards because they're with the evolution of content and content consumption, which is entirely video-based, short form. Let me be able to watch this whilst making a cup of tea, walking the dog, whatever it is. We don't have time to read anymore. We want that quick endorphin release from watching a video, that, biological reaction we have when we scroll or swipe. We're pretty much pre-programmed to have like a nice little endorphin release as soon as we do that with our fingers. And that's the kind of attention economy that we're in right now. And this is what POJAK is. We're more than just a token. We are unlocking this new form of content, and we're going to be onboarding people from the mainstream audiences into crypto. We're going to be supporting that exponential growth in the same way that Netflix transformed the way that we consume entertainment content, of where we used to go to Blockbusters and pick off a physical VHS, go to the thing, and then bring it back in a week. Well, look what disruption Netflix had. This is the same disruption that POJAK is going to have. And as we drive forward, we're going to be onboarding people left, right, and center. We're bringing the best of the video-led content platforms together into a unique crypto world, creating that seamless experience for users. And as we look forwards into entering this stage of the cycle, which is the content run, right? We're going into the meme run, which is supported by the content run. Content is king, data is queen, and as we go into this, we need to be having a platform that support all of this. We need a platform that puts streaming first, one that we can rely on. And you can just imagine the takeoff that POJAK is going to have by being the infrastructure that enables this. And as we expand, the token POJAK is poised to grow exponentially by the increased demand that we're going to have on the platform. As soon as we start going out with our alpha that I've been dropping Easter eggs at all day here, like if you get the hint, you get the hint, we are going to start seeing some exponential growth. So that's what I want to talk about with the content, how we're building the next of crypto, and how you be a part of it as an early adopter.
Very nice, bro. The stream was hearing so much alpha, and it booted us out. The chat's going crazy. We're probably going to onboard more projects because I want to mention some more projects. Like yesterday, we had so much alpha. We said we're going to stay for an hour. Let me steal a little bit of your time, right? Let's get a little bit of extra of your time, because this is how we onboard these projects into this POJAK that we're having right now. We see a great healthy chart. We know that content is king. I want to continue to onboard as many projects as I can to this, because I believe that everybody here is extremely early. Everybody, I know that we're talking about this chart right now because this is what people want to talk about. So I make sure that we have something for everybody. And we're sitting at a $1.3 million market cap, 141,000 in locked liquidity. James holding it down for us. I mean, doing a fantastic job, even holding it down for me while the stream booted me for a second and just kept flowing, and that's a true chat in the space. We got POJAK over here, everybody. This one's looking absolutely amazing. I want to show you guys something as well, because this is low market cap gem. Did you hear all the stuff that is going to be brought to the table? Did you hear how many projects contacted him yesterday? Okay, now I want to go over MemeFlix myself just a little bit, and if I can get about 10-15 minutes of your time, so like that, we can onboard some projects as well. But I want to go through this a little bit myself. It's like, you know, this right here, listen to me, everybody. They got a Nickelodeon artist already doing animation for Super S, and this is just the beginning of POJAK's MemeFlix right now. So what's to say when we already got Nickelodeon quality coming onto the MemeFlix right now because of, you know, Super S. Shout out to Super S. This is what we do. We do cross-pollination over here, right? So shout out to Super S. And I'll be transparent. I never saw their content. This right here is content that anybody can, let me mute this. Look, check this out. This content right here, we've all seen this style right here. These are all cartoons that we've seen at one point. The not seeing the top half of the person, these eyes. This is also, again, content that people already have seen. So just like how MemeFlix looks just like Netflix and people can, you know, understand that feel and touch, we got Super S doing something kind of special for MemeFlix, to be honest with you. That's why it's important not to have that tribalistic mindset, because if MemeFlix, if POJAK had that, we wouldn't have already Nickelodeon style quality art on MemeFlix right now. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys not think that that artist that is doing work for Super S is not connected to other people that are probably going to be doing the same thing? This is just a start. Their first step. Let me finish playing this just to show you guys. I'm sure everybody, I'm an 80s baby. I'm sure I look at my analytics. We're almost all around the same age, all of us. So look at this. We've all seen this before. We've seen this type of content. I love it. I love this. This is exactly what we've seen. We've seen this type of content growing up, and you know what? People can and that's what a meme coin is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you laugh. It's supposed to organically make you laugh. And you know what? We're degens. We know that this is what the type of content that we like, and it makes us, that's what a meme coin is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you laugh. Now you incorporate that POJAK is the one bringing all the laughters into one house under one roof. Under one roof, we're going to have all these things that can make countless communities engage and have a lot of fun, because yeah, content is king. And like James said, you know, data is queen, but I don't know what we're going to give engagement, because that's what all this stuff is the byproduct of this content, right? The data is the back end of it, but the byproduct of content is engagement. Just like I tell people, don't worry about chasing success. You might just run around in circles. You have to grind, because the grind is the success is a byproduct of the grind. You chase success, you're going to be running around in circles. But if you know that you have the work ethic, that you're actually creating something, you're bringing something not just for you, but for everybody to the table, success is what comes afterwards, right? This is the byproduct of what's going to come with something like POJAK, everybody. So we got the pitch check, we got the link tree. I'm going to talk about my project, of course, and then Kamala Blah. This one's sending. This is a money bag alert. It's in the money bags mansion, and maybe this project wants to hit up POJAK as well and bring their meme coin to life. Everybody, it's like, if you don't want to, then you're like, you don't want to bring your meme coin to life. That doesn't make too much sense. Okay, so before I bring up XPX, we talk about crypto off ramping. Before I bring up Kamala Blah, which I think is a project that's doing really good. Come over here, give me a subscribe, hit the subscribe button, make sure the bell notifications lit all the way. You see that I understood a long time ago that content is king, because eventually when this channel takes off, I already have over 2,500 videos. These are over 2,500 seeds that I have planted. And every single day that I pull up, I'm watering these seeds. And that's exactly what this content is about. When you're producing this type of content, when you're planting seeds, whether you're planting seeds on Kick, whether you're planting seeds on YouTube, on Twitch, whatever it might be, you're planting a seed that's going to grow exposure, everybody. And I've already understood that a long time ago. Love to see that POJAK is doing the same thing. Obviously, I'm going to bring up XPX. I see my community in the space, you know, off-ramp solution, POS. We're not going to do too much shilling on XPX, because you guys know what's up. We're doing this every day. We got another live stream coming up. And later on tonight, we're going to be doing an XPX giveaway with the dirty degens from Cryptos R Us. So you definitely want to have the bell notification lit, because if you have not gotten no XPX, if you want to become a holder of XPX that has been providing passive income for not just me, not just you, but everybody, this is very important that you guys tap in. So I'm going to get your hands on some XPX, everybody. And I want to go over this really quick, just to go over some of the things that we've done. We have rock solid team. 60% of the supply is staked. Everybody making passive income. Visa, crypto Visa cards, also MasterCards as well, depending on what location you're in. So certain places are going to be Visa cards, certain places are going to be a MasterCard. Web3 marketplace that is designed to bring liquidity into the market, a lot like what MemeFlix is doing. You don't think that when people start to interact with MemeFlix and they start purchasing what they're doing, that's not going to bring some type of revenue back into their ecosystem? That's what people should be designing right now. It's not just off-ramp solution, but also a way to bring money in. And we're going to do that with merchant solutions and Web3 marketplace. If you see a problem in the space, and I'm talking to anybody that's outside of XPX, outside of POJAK, if you have an idea out there, or you bump into a problem and you're like, man, this thing should be fixed and we should do something about it, I encourage you to be that weird person and stand out. Be like James, right? Be like James that created a POJAK animation. You don't think people probably thought that he was doing something weird? That's not weird, everybody. Creating an animation of this Wojak and Pepe together guy, that's some weird stuff. But watch how being weird, being a little bit different, stepping out your comfort zone is exactly where you're going to grow, everybody. And that's what we're doing over here as well. We're doing the same thing. That's why like-minded individuals will always find each other. And that's why at the Crypto Expo, what we're going to do is build a foundation of that cross-pollination. The same thing that, POJAK is doing in the meme space. I love what he's doing, what this community is doing, because it's the meme way of doing things, right? But also the fundamentals are there about networking, cross-pollination, talking to other communities, talking to other devs. Over 20 projects hit him up yesterday, hit up the community. What is that about? Because in this space, it is not what you know, it is who you know, everybody, okay? That's what it's all about. We also have the LP getting burned. I mean, the LP is on fire. Like Usher said, let it burn, everybody. And yes, it is burning. And that means anti-dump. That means the value of your XPX tokens are going up and up and up. Another one that we have right here, asset backing, everybody. On every transaction, your XPX tokens are being backed by BNB. So the baseline value of your XPX tokens will forever go up in value. Forever. And that's why you're allowed to take out a loan against these XPX tokens, is because you're taking a loan out against the BNB, the XPX, the part of XPX that is backed by BNB. And nobody can take that away from your XPX token. So the asset backing's there. We're launched on the best launch pad that I've ever seen in my life. Twice audited contract, twice audited staking contract, twice audited lending contract. And that's across the thing. We got global real world utility, and we're going to do this together, everybody. When you look at our numbers, we have 1,400 holders. We have 1,100 Telegram members. Our ratios are absolutely amazing. We've been doing this all organically. We've been doing it, the grind, right? We've been grinding it out together. And this is what we got, everybody. So far, over 8% staked. You guys do not want to miss out. I'm going to share this link right here. You guys tap in with this link. You guys are more than welcome to tap in. You guys do not want to miss out on this. You guys have my word that we're going to take this all the way. Absolutely all the way we're going to take this. Now, if you're new to Smart DeFi, before we get to Kamala Blah and potentially another project we get to onboard to POJAK, which that's going to be one of my main things to do, is because when we onboard a project, we onboard a community. That's very powerful, okay? But I want you guys to come tap in with Smart DeFi. This is where after you purchase your XPX tokens on the same UI, you can literally stake your tokens. You don't got to go to another spot. You don't got to go to another website. You don't got to hop through this loop. No, it's all in this UI. You swap your token, stake your token, or take out a loan, a 30-day interest-free loan against your tokens. Right here is something that you won't see on other charts. This is the XPX baseline value. The price of XPX, the baseline value is going vertical. Why is that? Because in the tokenomics, I have asset backing turned all the way up. Like Moon likes to say, shout out to Moon, asset backing that up. And I love that. But right here, you can see that every token is being backed by BNB every single time. You guys can see the burn happening right here, right before your guys' eyes. I mean, this is a project not just for, crypto or DeFi. This is a project that's going to take on the IRL, the real world, everybody, in real life. That's what we're going to take on. We're going to be a part of it. We're turning our chart around. Be a part of this right away. Do not miss out. I want to talk about, let me go ahead and share this. And then I'm going to talk about this one that's mooning. It's a money bag alert. And I'm not going to take up too much of your time, James. I know how it is to be busy, you know, even doing this quote unquote influencer slash YouTuber. And then dev now is like a whole nother level, right? I'm 18 hours a day. You know, I'm sure you're doing the same thing, you know, 18 to 20 hours a day. 4 hours is normal. 6 hours is like, man, that's nice. I got 6 hours today. That's awesome. But it's nonstop around the clock. But we have to do this, James. We got 345 people watching us live. We have to do this. There's a need for people like James to come up and say, hey, I'm looking at this POJAK blinking at me. How can I bring this thing into reality? Then you got a YouTuber like Rico who was tired of dealing with sending my crypto to Cash App, then selling my Bitcoin and all these hoops and stuff. Eventually, you won't even have to sell your XPX tokens. You can just take a 30-day interest-free loan, spend your off-ramp your money onto your XPX card, use it in real life, do whatever you got, and pay the loan back in 30 days or burn those tokens off the supply and continue moving it along, right? And who doesn't want, I mean, I just went out to eat yesterday, and I'm telling you, every time somebody holds this car, it's like they found a gem under Indiana Jones temple or something like that, and they carry it to the POS system, which I'm going to have a piece of that POS system eventually, because anytime the money vibrates, I want the staking protocol to pay everybody that's holding XPX. You're going to get paid through the value of your XPX tokens going up in asset backing. You're basically going to see the value of your XPX tokens go up because of the burn. You're also going to receive passive income because of our staking platform, that every time the money vibrates, you guys are all getting paid. Don't tell me you guys do not like the sound of that. Under just over 2 months old, and one of the persons have $450 already in passive income just for being a part of this project. So a year later down the road, what is that $450 going to turn into? You know, when we start to make this thing vibrate on every POS system, every merchant solution, as many contracts as I can get here in Las Vegas, which we know that Las Vegas is, they're only talking billions here, everybody. They only talking billions over here. So we want a piece of that. And then a Web3 marketplace that, again, ushers people into, you know, getting rooms, you know, interacting with Las Vegas, renting a Lambo, you know, or win a Lambo from POJAK. But if you don't win the Lambo, you can rent a Lambo right off of XPX's Web3 marketplace. And when somebody does that, they'll get XPX tokens back instead of cash back. Who wants cash? It's going down in value. Nobody wants that. Who wants points back? What are points? I don't want no points back. Frequent flyer miles, whatever. Give me something that's going up in value, so then I'll purchase the next thing that I want. And those people will get XPX token back, which is going to give them exposure to cryptocurrency. And at the same time, it's going to bring liquidity into our chart. That's going to make our chart moves. What happens when our chart moves? You make passive income. Whether it's buying or selling on the chart, you're making passive income, everybody. So then I'm going to bring up this next project right here. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I mean, these live streams, James, we've been knocking them out the park, brother. This has been so informative. You know, seeing the communities tap in with you, seeing that vibration, kind of that euphoric feeling of the community even kind of rallying up right now, seeing Christina, everybody taking this initiative inside of the POJAK community and stepping up and bringing something to the table is absolutely amazing. This is one that's possibly flying. Maybe we need an animation of comma block coin to get, you know, animated as well. Let me bring up their chart. We got a little bit of lag right here. You know, when we're using Memeflix, we'll have that backup stream just in case. That won't happen, right?
That's it.
So we got this comma block coin right here, and check out the chart, everybody. So comma block, I'm watching you guys. I got a bag last night. It's posted in my money bags mansion. You know, it's already flying. I believe, because I'm not going to lie, and don't get me wrong, I know some people are going to get kind of hurt because it's a little bit political or whatever, but you know what? It is what it is, everybody. I'm just going to be transparent. That's who I have, integrity. That's what I'm known for. I'm not going to lie. Her campaigns have been looking pretty good. So, you know, I felt like that Trump era of campaign and that Polyfi stuff was almost done, but we're seeing her campaigns be so fresh and the Democratic Party come up with all this fresh stuff that, you know, her coin's looking good right now because it's all fresh content. Once again, content is king, everybody. So this one's looking really good. maybe this one will tap in with you guys as well, and we'll bring Kamabla, and she can laugh nonstop like she loves to do, right? And she could laugh nonstop, and we'll make an animation of her as well. This chart's looking amazing. I'm going to post this chart because I want everybody in my community to print. Now, if you guys were subscribed to my channel, it's important that you get your community subscribed to this channel. If you are in the Money Bags Mansion, you would have seen this one already, I think at 1.5 million, something like that, maybe a little bit around there, something around there. But I want you guys to tap in and stay tapped in because we're bringing bangers to you guys. You know, we got projects like POJAK. We got projects that pull up every single day to now onboard themselves onto POJAK. So this is just a start. This is another flying chart looking absolutely amazing. POJAK, another great stream today. I just wanted to bring up, obviously, XPX and bring up that one that's flying because it was a money bag alert, doing very, very good. And we're seeing POJAK do very, very well as well, right? And when we get above this, I'm going to talk about the chart really quick. And when we get done with the chart, man, we can tell everybody what's up. But this right here, when we get above this area right here, this $1.5 million market cap, I'm letting you guys know that we'll be in the running for that all-time high. And I'm going to let you know right now, everybody, if you're new and you have not gotten a bag of POJAK and you've seen how much they're bringing to the table, their first thing that they got to do is $3 million market cap. So you already know that you're getting in for their first step. They have to make the first step happen to make the rest of it happen. So you're basically already in before the first step of the roadmap. You often don't get to do that. By the time you get in, they're already on step number, they're already at $10 million market cap. So they're going to make this happen. I guarantee you're going to see this $3 million market cap and this next level of all this stuff happening. So you're hearing it right here. It's up to you whether you want to be a part of saying, hey, I was a part of this story when they checked the first part off the roadmap, when they checked the second part off the roadmap. But in order for us to check off the second, the third, and the fourth, we have to start right here. And I can see by James' attitude, his mannerism, the community, the way that they're rallying, that they're going to tackle this, everybody. So this is easy money sitting on the table right now, staring at you guys in the face. I'm going to post this link one more time. James, if you have any last words for people that are listening in, projects, your community, what we're doing in the space, you know, other communities that might want to onboard, other CTOs, if they want to contact you, any last words before we close this one out? What do you got to say to them, bro?
Thank you, Rico. You know, big thanks to yourself and the communities coming to listen to this. If anybody wants to continue this conversation, come hop in the TG and let's bring meme coins to life together.
Absolutely. Let's bring meme coins to life. That is the slogan of the year when it comes to meme flicks and chill, everybody. So if you want to meme flicks and chill, hit up POJAK. I'm going to bring up their handle one more time because I just want to make sure it's part of the stream and you guys do not miss out on this. This is at POJAK on SOL, on Soul, right? That's what we've been doing, everybody. You guys got to give me a follow as well, man. Let's turn up a follow over here. Make sure you guys listen to the Kid and Wall show, man. They be turning up over there. It's one of the biggest shows on X, and they really bring a nice crowd. So big shout out to Kid and Wall. They're always doing their thing and stuff, and they have a fantastic show. Come tap in with POJAK. You guys can see that they're already all over. They're making sure they're on YouTube. They're making sure they're on X. They're making sure they're on Twitch. They're making sure they're on Kick because we're live streaming on all these platforms right now. They're on YouTube, and soon to come, even more. They're going to be more on Meme Flicks and Chill, and you guys are going to be doing this on, hold on, let me get it just right. On the meme, it's meme-flicks.com. I'm going to post this link. I posted the link tree as well, but I'm just going to post it again. I like to spam it right at the end just in case somebody's just tuning in, especially with 364 people. You got to kind of take advantage of those numbers when they peak at this moment right here and get as many people in as we can. And I see people hitting me up. The stream is going good already. Yes, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, tap in with the Rico Money Bag channel. Let's get this channel to over 20K subscribers because that'll be 20,000 people that'll be hearing about your guys' bags every single day. It's very important that if we grind together, we'll shine together, everybody. And if you guys can do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know.